I think it's one good. Okay, so we have our dry ingredients in here. I'm going to go over that. 2 cups of flour, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, a half teaspoon of salt, and a quarter teaspoon of cinnamon. Okay, so whisk it, get it all set just like that. Leave it to the side. Okay, how's everybody doing out there? Everybody all caught up? You can give me a thumbs up if you're caught up. Thumbs down means slow down, Chef Rob. Okay. If anybody wants to watch another class that we are doing right after this, it's on Facebook. It is at the Hicksville Public Library. We're actually doing this same bread again, and we're also doing a sausage and peppers in a bread bowl. Okay, so if you want to watch that, please. It's a nice dinner. Okay. All right, so I didn't hear any feedback, so I am going to assume that
we got some thumbs up.
Thumbs up, all good. So everybody just take 1 egg, okay, in a separate bowl, smaller bowl. Just crack it, drop that right in there. Okay. And now you want to take some sugar. You want 3/4 of a cup of sugar. And please use the 3/4 of a cup. So this is a 1/4 cup. So I'm going to put 3 of those in here. That will create the moisture and the texture of the bread. And then we just need a 1/4 cup of packed brown sugar. I am using the light brown sugar. Brown sugar, usually you always pack it just like that. That way you know you're getting the correct amount. Okay. So everybody just kind of take a whisk and break up those brown sugar clumps. And now just kind of whisk it. Don't worry if you don't get all the lumps out right now. As soon as you add the buttermilk and the oil, they will come out. Okay. This is a really delicious bread. It freezes really good. It is best enjoyed after it has cooled, and then you put that icing on it. Okay. Actually, all my lumps came out, so that is a good thing. What are you seeing out there, Chris? We have some folks working.
Looks like they're doing
all right. So if we got some mixers out there, we'll pause for a second. Let everybody get caught up. So we may have some other things come to the Nyack Public Library this summer. So please check with the library. Okay. We have a lot coming up on our schedule. Tomorrow night, we are doing the Emma Clark Public Library. And we are doing Cajun shrimp tacos. And we're doing Cajun chicken penne in a skillet. Okay. Okay. So right now, let's go to some buttermilk. We want 1 full cup, and we just want to shake this really good. Try to use buttermilk if you have it. What do you got, Chris?
Gail X, what would happen if I use dark brown sugar?
Dark brown sugar, Gail, it would be fine. It just has that little bit more of a molasses taste, because that's all it is white sugar with a little molasses in it. So it would just have a little bit extra molasses type taste. So if you like that, go with the dark brown sugar. Strawberries, I'd rather kind of keep it toned down a bit, because I really want to taste the strawberries, want to taste that cinnamon in here.
She said, I happen to love molasses.
Do the dark then. It is dark for you then. Okay, so we are at 1 cup of the buttermilk. Try to use the buttermilk, okay? Try to buy it, not make it yourself. It is better bought. Okay, just pour that right in over the egg and sugar mixture. And now you can use vegetable oil, canola oil, or melted down coconut oil. Okay, so whatever you decide you could use. So this is what I have here. Just got to get a little better measurement on here. 1/3. Okay, so 1/3 of a cup. I'm using the canola oil. We're going to take that. We're going to add that right in here with the buttermilk. And now let's whisk this up really good. Now bring it all together. Make sure it's all combined really well. Get all of those lumps out. Bring the oil together until it's all really mixed really well. Okay, so now you will take your wet ingredients and then just slowly pour it in and just get it incorporated, okay? Don't overmix it. As soon as you see no flour, stop, because if you overmix it, it's going to be a tough textured bread, okay? And you don't want that. You want it to be very light, very airy, okay? Okay, get everything out. Take the spatula, just go right in here, scoop everything right out. Now, for any of you folks that don't like strawberries, which I'm sure there are people out there that don't like strawberries, make this a blueberry festival bread, make it a raspberry festival bread. It will work good, okay? If you wanted to take all 3 berries, same thing, it will work great. I wouldn't put any more than 1.5 cups of the berries in there just because of the water content. We always want to wash and dry the strawberries or blueberries or raspberries, whatever we may be using, okay? See, I still have a little bit of flour in there, so it's not overmixed. As soon as I see no flour, I am just going to stop, and then I'm going to start cutting up some strawberries. So I have my oven preheated to 350. Okay, real good batter. I'm going to leave this right on the side here. I'm going to start cutting some strawberries. I'm going to give everybody some other classes that we're doing this week. Now, also tomorrow at 4:30 at the Pound Ridge Public Library. I think that's kind of close to you, isn't it? And we are doing red, white, and blue M&M cookies. Okay, so if anybody wants to make them along with us, and don't worry, if you don't have red, white, and blue M&Ms, you can get M&Ms anywhere, right? You can get at the gas station if you want it, right? So you can make them along with us. Just get their Zoom, okay, and join us at 4:30. Okay, so we're just gonna take a little time now, cut up these strawberries, and then we're just gonna chop them up. These are washed already, they're rinsed, and just ready to put right into this batter. I want about 1.5 cups. Now on Friday, we will be doing the Hillside Public Library, and that is at 4:30. It is on Zoom, and we are making shortcakes from scratch, and we're going to do red, white, and blue, strawberry, blueberry, raspberry shortcakes. Okay, what do you got, Chris?
Georgia X, doesn't matter how small you chop them up.
No, you know what? It's actually a preference. So if you like big chunks in there, you want them really small throughout, that would be fine. Okay. Georgia, I hope you make this and send me an email. Let me know how it comes out if you do make this. Okay. I hope you do. So I am trying to use those really nice ripe ones. The berries, I really feel, have been really good. Strawberries have been really good. Blueberries have been really good, depending on the store you get them at. Some just not so good, some very, very good. And they actually kind of started early this year.
Someone showing their chopped up strawberries.
Wow, that is beautiful. You are doing a great job. Okay. And don't forget, this is going to go in a 350 oven for 50 to 60 minutes. If anybody has any baking or cooking questions, please let us know. So we are going to be doing a lot of virtual this summer. I have a few in-house classes, children's ones that we're doing, just a couple. Everybody's still not ready yet, okay, but we're trying a couple of them. And let's see. And then in the fall, mostly virtual right up to the new year. But I do have a few adult ones in person. Okay, not many, but a few. And then we just started booking for 2022. Unbelievable, 2022. Remember, it was just the millennium. We said, "Okay, the clocks, the computers are all going to go down, everything, and everything was just fine." Right. So 2022, yeah, we started booking and we're trying to do it in person, but we're also having it where things aren't right. They'll be virtual. And I'm sure we're going to have some libraries that just want to stay virtual too. So it'll be a nice mix, I think.
Georgia
Nice.
X in person in Long Island.
Yeah, in Long Island. I think we might be too far away, Georgia, but I would love to come to your library. Now, do you know how far you are to, like, say, the Hamptons or something like that? I'm guessing 2 hours. That's what I'm thinking, but
It's like I would say more. I would say anytime I've driven, there was lots of traffic, so it was more like 3.5, 4 hours. But
wow.
I mean, if it's in the summer and in the morning, I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah. Are you doing any in-house programs this summer?
Not real. No, we're not. And even in the fall, I think we won't have too many. We're gonna sort of just slowly transition back. A lot of people like the virtual.
Absolutely, there's a lot of people that do like it. I absolutely love, like, seeing the families out there right now all working together, making this together. I think that is such a great thing, and it wouldn't have happened if we didn't go through what we just went through with COVID. So there are some good things that really did come out of this. And I think there'll always be a balance of virtual and in person. So we always got to try to get back to in person.
Susan said, loving the virtual. It allows us to take classes at so many more libraries.
Yep, I agree. Susan, you gonna take Chris's spot?
Yeah.
And you know what?
All right.
We just had a couple people join. So just for the people who joined a little late, just so you know, put all your questions in the chat.
Sure. And for any of you folks that just joined, can you let me know if you are making it, okay, or if you are just watching, okay? Because it is really important.
Susan said, only if it comes with the benefits of getting a taste what you make.
It does, Susan.
And Gail said, it would be great to have a combination of both virtual and in-person programs for older people who don't like to drive at night and for people who don't care for the rain or bad weather. These are the best.
Absolutely. I'm with you, Gail. I agree. I think that would be good.
And Aurelia said, COVID makes us closer to our friends.
Absolutely. Yeah. So everybody, when you get the strawberries, what I want you to do is just take them, put them on some paper towels. We want to get any of that extra moisture off, okay? Any of you folks that just joined, are you making it or are you just watching?
They didn't say anything, so I guess they're just watching.
All right. So if you're just watching, just so you know, we are recording this so you can watch it again. And then everybody, I'm doing this same exact class at 6:30 tonight. So please, you can watch it either way, okay? But of course, try to watch it at the Nyack Public Library because they are the ones that we're doing this with now.
Gail said, and I agree, being able to go to the libraries all over the country are perfect for this retired librarian.
Right. Okay. I just need I think one more strawberry. So for you folks that just joined, I was saying we can use some blueberries, some strawberries, raspberries, whatever berry you like for this, it will work. Just wash them and make sure they are dry.
Gail X, where are you doing this at 6:30?
I am doing this at 6:30 at the Hicksville Public Library. Gail, you knew that one because we're doing the crusty sausage and peppers in the bread bowl too.
Are we doing this and also the?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we are. That's an adult one there. Okay, so I'm just patting these dry. Get as much moisture as I can. And now I'm just gonna drop it right in the batter, just like that. Get that right off those paper towels. Okay. And now just lightly fold this in here. Okay. As soon as it's mixed, just stop. Okay. Okay. At this point, you want to take like a 9x5 loaf pan. Just give it a little bit of spray. Okay. Look at this. This batter is loaded with strawberries. So I am just going to take this pan here. When you spray, don't spray in the little corners, just from a distance. A quick spray, and you can see there's no puddles, no nothing there. Okay. So let's take this batter, get everything out of it. Make sure it is nice and smooth on top, so that way it does cook evenly.
Gail
Okay.
said, "Oh yes, I am registered for that. Also, knew I had one. Just had to check to see which one."
Yes.
And also, Georgia X, doesn't matter if you use glass versus metal pan.
Glass can cook a little quicker. A lot of times when you're baking with glass, you would actually reduce the temperature by 25 degrees, but cook it to the same amount of time. Okay. So this is the way it should look. I am going to stick this in the oven because it is going to take 60 minutes. Okay. No, we won't be here with you in 60 minutes, but we're gonna do the glaze. I'm gonna show you everything what to do with this bread. Okay. What's that?
Oh, nothing.
Okay. All right. So now everybody, you should be putting yours right into the oven. Let's make the glaze. Very simple. Has really good flavor. Okay. You're going to take 1 full cup of powdered sugar. I know it sounds like a lot, but when you put the little bit of cream or milk on it, it's going to go down to nothing. Okay. So 1 cup powdered sugar. And then we're going to start adding either regular milk or heavy cream to this. Okay. 5 to 6 tablespoons. But what I always suggest is put in half the amount first, whisk it, and you can tell if it's a nice glaze. Because sometimes the powdered sugar is a little hard to measure because it's kind of fluffy. Okay. So I'm going to add in 3 tablespoons heavy cream. Like that. And then a half teaspoon of the pure vanilla extract. So just a little splash of that. And now just take a whisk this around really good. And if it doesn't become a nice glaze, it means we have to add a little bit more milk or cream, but don't put too much in there because otherwise you got to put more powdered sugar in there. And this will be more than enough glaze, okay? So it just needs like another splash. Okay, so this is just about there. Let's see the consistency. I actually want it to just run a little bit more, just a little.
That's better.
Now, if you don't like really sweet, you can just skip this part, okay? But if you like sweet, okay, if you like a cinnamon roll, something like that, this is really good. See how this kind of just pours, but it has a nice like caramel type consistency or honey, something like that. Perfect. Okay, just gonna get rid of these 2 bowls right here. Now, everybody, an hour went by really quick, right? So here, my bread is done. I know you kids are out there like, how did he get his bread done so quick? I made an earlier one, okay? So this way I can show you what it looks like. So this is the way the bread will look, okay? Toothpick goes in here, it'll come out nice and clean. It is loaded inside with berries. One of the things, and I probably should have mentioned this earlier, but it's not too late. Put this towards the lower rack in the oven, okay? Maybe just lift it up one notch and then put a sheet of aluminum foil on the rack above. That prevents this from getting too dark, okay? Because if you could see, like maybe like the edge here, it's not too dark, but it's starting to get more darker on the edges. And if foil is all around the whole top of this, it's still going to cook nice and evenly, and the air really circulates around it really good. Yes, Chris?
Aurelia, and how long is it cooking for?
50 to 60 minutes. If you're using an electric oven, chances are, I'm going to say, in a convection, I'm going to say it's closer to the 60, okay? Everybody's pan is a little bit different, okay? So it may take 65 minutes, it may take the 50 minutes. Just check it. So this is what I want you to do with the glaze. I want you to, after this cools, make sure, put it on like a wire rack or something just where it can breathe. I want to make sure that the bread is room temperature. And then I am just going to slowly just drizzle some of this beautiful glaze on here. And again, you don't have to use it all. You can if you want. This will freeze really, really well. Now, if you loaded this up with strawberries and you want to put blueberries and strawberries on the outside, perfect for Memorial Day, right? July 4th. Okay, nice and sweet, isn't it? So now you finish this off, putting some nice sliced strawberries on top as well. Okay, and you just place them all over the top here. Made this for my wife about a month ago, and because we did this on a YouTube video, and she was like, "Oh my God, this is so good." And she was never a strawberry fan until a few months ago. And now she loves strawberries. I think she has strawberries every night almost. But always wash the strawberries, because that's one of these fruits that, you know, anything can get through it. So you really want to wash it really, really good. Okay. And this is the way it should look. Okay. If it is warm in your house, especially if you go to George's house now, it is warm there. Okay. You want to leave this in the refrigerator. Okay. And it will stay better in the refrigerator. If you leave it outside the refrigerator, it'll last about one day. If you leave it in the refrigerator, up to a week. Okay. Because remember, you got fresh berries in there. So this is the way it should look. I'm going to give everybody some different classes that we are doing coming up as well. Okay. And please, if anybody has any baking questions, anything like that, love to be here and answer them for you. Okay. So while you're thinking about it and yours is in the oven and you made your glaze, I'm going to give you some libraries that we're going to do next week. My Facebook page is Simply Creative Chef Rob. So if you want to go to that and like the page, you'll see it every week when Chris puts up all the different libraries that we are at. So, okay. Susan, Gail, you got your pen and paper out? I hope so. Okay. Georgia, that's my fan club out there.
Everything you say, I'll try to write it out in the chat for them.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go slow so it goes nice and easy. Okay, so I know tonight we're doing Hicksville at 6:30. Next Tuesday night, 6:30, Hicksville, Facebook. Okay, and I am going to do a flounder francaise with toasted almonds and a blueberry mango spinach salad. Both dishes I have never done in the libraries or online. Okay, so I hope you will watch. It's perfect for summer. And that is on Facebook. That is June 1st. Wednesday at 4:30, the Pound Ridge Public Library, chicken fajitas on a sheet pan. Okay, I think we did that last time, didn't we, Georgia? I think if I remember right, that and some guacamole.
Yes, and
Yeah.
it was amazing.
Oh, good. Did you
I
make
made
that?
it. Yeah, I made it. Like I think I made it the next day or something like that. Oh, it was so good
Great, good. Love that.
and so easy.
Yes, sheet pans are easy dinners. And then Comsawag Public Library on Wednesday, next Wednesday. That is on their Zoom and Facebook. And we're doing a summer bolognese and a Mediterranean tuna chickpea salad. Okay, yes, Chris.
Gail X, is there any place where I can find the sausage and pepper in a crusty bread recipe? Can't access it from the Hicksville website because of a change in their system. You could probably either email them, call them, or sometimes they put it in the chat during the Facebook Live, so you could always check there.
We'll get it to you, Gail.
Yeah.
Yep, we'll get it. And then I will let them know too to make it easier for everybody too.
And Susan X, what time is the CompSwag class?
That one is 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock. And then next Thursday, the Floral Park Public Library, 5 o'clock. That's on Zoom. And that one is I know you've seen that one, the panko crusted chicken with fresh mozzarella, blistered tomatoes, and baby spinach. So for you families out there that haven't seen that, please watch it, make it with us.
Gail said that's delicious. And then Susan said, love that panko chicken.
Thank you.
Yeah, I gotta try that.
Please watch it. And yeah, it's colorful. It's so colorful for spring and summer. And then the next Thursday night, the Farmingdale Public Library, we are doing the sausage and peppers in the crusty bread bowl. One more and one last time. And then this one is in Massachusetts. The next one, next Friday, I'm sorry. It is at 7 o'clock, and we're making first time we are ever doing this one, a blueberry cream cheese crumb cake, and it has a streusel topping. Okay. And then that is it for right now. So before we do go, if anybody has any questions, comments, please let me know. We don't have to go anywhere.
Susan X, when's next Friday's class?
Next Friday's class is at 7 o'clock, and it's at the Manchester by the Sea in Massachusetts. I remember when we first started doing that library, I kept saying Manchester by the Bay. Just couldn't get it down.
We're getting thumbs up from people. I think we're good.
Oh, good. So for you families out there, is there anything that you would like to make together as a family? You know, one class that I'll tell you that I'm doing this summer, I know the reading theme is Tales. So I do different type dog treats, and we have been doing that, and it's been we have a lot of those classes this summer. So you know, we'll have it at your library. If not, you can check out other libraries. Just check out my Facebook, and you'll see when I'm doing that. Okay.
That sounds good. That sounds perfect.
You know what? My thinking is, if you have a dog, great. If you're not, your neighbor, your family has a dog. If not, the shelter. There's so many different ways to go with that. See,
that is very true.
I just want to go like, here, Georgia, take this so I don't have to run around the block 8 times tonight. I hope everybody makes this. So everybody have a great Memorial Day weekend. Stay well. I hope it cools off for you there, Georgia.
Yeah, me too.
Thank you to the Niagara.